Yo, what's up, Swag? And you ready? It's your boy Keon, right? AKA KL Swag. Back here with a video, man. Look, man, we about to react to Deion Sanders has. I don't know why I said has. Deion Sanders is attempting the impossible. Let's get into it. Shout out
I can't emphasize enough how
great.
crazy and unreal this is. What Coach Prime not is doing, but what he's attempting to do hasn't even been attempted since 19.
Yeah, what is he attempting to
You
do?
almost have to be psychotic to think it's even going to work.
We gonna see what he's talking about.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, come close to the fire. Everybody come close to a fire. Get you a nice seat. Get nice, warm, and cozy because your boy Matt is about to tell you a story from 1954. I know what you're sitting there saying. Yo, Mr. Matt, why are we talking about 1954? That was 100 years ago. It's 2023. That is a good question, but hush up, hush up. I am the teacher. You don't interrupt the teacher when he's telling a story. You can ask questions when I get done. In 1954, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Bear Bryant, did something the college football level, the game, the sport has never seen before. Some called him a madman. Some said he was crazy. Others, well, they just thought he was flat out stupid. And it all goes back to this. As humans, we hate on what we don't understand. But the outside opinion, it didn't matter. Bear Bryant was going to do what he wanted, and he believed in it. What did Bear Bryant do? Well, he did no other than create the Junction Boys. On February 8th, 1954, Bear Bryant took over one of the worst football teams to ever walk this planet. And I'm referring to the Texas A&M Aggies. They were terrible, and he even stated himself that many of the players were weak and not properly trained or coached. So what did he do? He took them to a 10-day camp in the town of Junction. If you don't listen to any other thing I say, listen to this part. Bear Bryant took over 100 players. I'm going to repeat that. Over 100 players to this camp, and only 38 remained on the team. One more time. Over 100 players went to this camp, and when the camp was over, only 38 players remained. Sounds like a familiar situation we got going on here.
Damn.
Those 38 players that remained on the team, they wound up having pretty decent college careers. And when I say careers, I'm not just talking about on the football field, I'm talking about in life in general. Here's a key piece of information I do need to throw in there. After the Junction camp, when all those players quit, they had a terrible season. In Bear Bryant's first year coaching this terrible Texas A&M team, they only won one game. But guess what? In the second season, they went 7-2-1. And the year after that, they went 9-0.
Damn.
I think you know exactly where I'm going with this. I'm not saying we're going to see that happen again with Deion Sanders, but what Bear Bryant has done has never been repeated in over 70, 80 years up until now. You can say what you want about this situation. They're not identically the same, of course, but they are awfully close. And that situation I'm referring to, if you haven't picked up on it by now, is Deion Sanders in Colorado. I want y'all to take a look at this number. 71 Colorado football players have entered the transfer portal since August. 71. Hard to even fathom. I think with everything I just said, that is an amazing way to start out tonight's prime time video. Come on, man. Y'all didn't think I was going to forget, did you? Another prime time video. All right. Let's get into it, though. First thing is first. On last night's video, got to give you guys a ton of credit. I said, hey, if y'all want to see us talk about this tomorrow, let's try to get 1,000 likes on the video. And you guys crushed it. We got over 2,000 likes. Our channel is relatively simple, guys. You demand comment, I supply it. Good relationship, right? And I'm seeing a ton of comments like this. Just make Colorado an everyday series. We love these videos. What do y'all think about that? Should we make a Colorado video every single night around this time, the prime time hour? Let me know. I'll leave it at this. As long as you guys keep enjoying and supporting the videos, we'll keep making them. As far as it goes for Colorado football and to my Colorado fans, I got good and I got bad news. And the bad news ain't even that bad. I'll give you the bad news first. The bad news is within the past 24 hours, kind of shocked about this, there's nothing to talk about whatsoever. I know, right? Kind of strange because yesterday they got 3 recruits just like that. They were flying in, and I thought they were going to get more, but it kind of has settled down, at least for now. It's going to pick back up, trust me. So that's the bad news, and going back to this, not even really bad. You haven't gotten anybody new. Matt, that's not how you talk. You haven't picked up anybody new. That's better. Here's the good news, though. We still got a lot to talk about. And what we're going to focus on, what we're going to talk about in tonight's video is how Coach Prime is attempting the impossible. I can't emphasize enough how crazy and unreal this is. What Coach Prime not is doing, but what he's attempting to do hasn't even been attempted since 1954. You almost have to be psychotic to think it's even going to work. Seriously.
No way.
This number 71. 71 players have left since August. But keep in mind, that was before Coach Prime got there. In the past 3 to 4 months since Coach Prime has been there, 57 players have left. He's made 57 players leave. Where did we see this before? Bear Bryant takes 100 players to camp and only 38 come out alive, basically. not for real, but you get what I'm saying. Coach Prime runs off 57 players. Bear Bryant runs off about 60. Similar situation, right? And I know what everybody's going to try to say. Well, Matt, these are two different situations, and it's different time frames. One happened in 1954, and the other happened in 2023. Different eras.
Wow.
And I understand that perspective. But here's my perspective. When you kind of break it down, it's relatively similar. Bear Bryant, great head.
Get fresh with Mentos Gum.
Plus, it comes in a durable paperboard bottle that can weather pretty much anything. I had to throw it at a polar bear last week.
What if you could do SEO smarter and faster? With Wix, you can edit your meta tag.
Head coach, he goes to Texas A&M and inherits one of the worst teams in the country. On the flip side, Deion Sanders, great head coach, he inherits Colorado, one of the worst teams in the country.
That's true.
What's Bear Bryant's first move? Get the losers out. Get the weak-minded players out.
Ooh.
What's Coach Prime's first move? Get the losers out. Get the weak-minded players
That's
out.
true.
So up to this point, Coach Prime
This
has
is
done
crazy.
exactly what Bear Bryant has done. Similar stories, very similar. What happened next, though, in the story? Bear Bryant in his first year there, they were terrible. And more than likely, Colorado, I'm not saying they're going to be terrible, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. I'd tell you this much. I'd be shocked if they were good or even average next year. But, and I have a big but, what happened in Bear Bryant's second year? They went 7-2. Trust me, nobody's more excited to watch Colorado
It's a
football
real
than
great
me
record.
this season coming up. But year 2 is the one that I'm really looking forward to the most, because that is going to be the year where you can't really give Deion Sanders too many excuses. This first year, he could literally lose every single game, and nobody's going to care. Obviously,
could.
people would care, but you get what I'm saying. Everybody's going to give him a pass. But in year 2, that's when he's really going
Gonna
to
be so many people that talk.
winning. For Bear Bryant,
If
people
they
think it was
lose,
crazy.
a lot
And
of
same thing
people
for
gonna
Deion
talk.
Sanders. People think he's crazy. But here's the one main difference. Here's the one main advantage that Deion Sanders has that Bear Bryant didn't have, and that is the transfer portal, and I don't even want to say NIL. It's really just a transfer portal. I want y'all to take a look at this. They're not ranked 6th. They're not ranked 5th. They're not ranked 4th. They're not ranked 3rd. They're not ranked 2nd. They're ranked number 1 in transfer portal team rankings. What about that? I'd say that's pretty good. You see, here's the thing. Everybody's like, okay, well, Bear Bryant, he was terrible in his first year. How'd he go from winning 1 game to going 7-2? Because Bear Bryant was an outstanding recruiter, but he didn't have the transfer portal. He had to wait that 1 year for his guys and players to come in.
That's true.
Whereas, you see where I'm going with this? Coach Prime does not. Coach Prime essentially is skipping that first year beating that Bear Bryant took. Coach Prime already has his guys in. That's the difference. Now, don't get me wrong. It is still a daunting task at hand, to say the least, but he's got a little more of an advantage than Bear Bryant. And remember, people thought Bear Bryant had a 0% chance of turning around that team. And you want to know the coolest part about all this? I didn't get to witness the Junction Boys. I didn't get to witness all that with Bear Bryant. But here we are, 80-something years later, and I'm going to get to witness something like it. It may not be the exact same thing, but y'all need to understand this, and we need to take this in and appreciate it. We're witnessing history. This is something 100 years from now, when we're all gone, people are going to be talking about like, man, this guy was a madman. I can't believe he tried doing that. And the coolest part about this story is, and we don't even know how it's going to turn out, but it's going to go one or two ways. People are going to laugh at this story and go, man, I can't believe he even tried to attempt that. Or people are going to praise him and call him one of the greatest of all time. This is awesome.
You
If
never
don't what's going on
know.
currently in Boulder, Colorado, I hate to inform you, my friend, but you're not a college football fan. All these people you see on Twitter, Instagram, even in the YouTube comments saying, oh, yeah, Colorado, they're getting hyped up for no reason. Deion sucks, he's overrated. I don't think they're true college football fans. Because me, myself, I think any true college football fan is ecstatic about all of this.
Yeah,
Before
me
we end
too.
off the video, I do want to address these two comments. The first one by Denton Young. Thank you, by the way, for commenting this. Coach Prom's team will be interesting to watch this year. I think they get to 6-6. Then, after another year or two, settle in at 9-3 or so for a while, with the occasional 11-1, kind of like Iowa. Whoa, man, what do y'all think about that? Thank you again to Denton Young for commenting that. That's interesting. Actually, you know what?
I
That's
don't
a good
know.
way to end out this video. A question, and we'll talk about this tomorrow night if this video, let's just say, gets over 1,000 likes. I think y'all are gonna crush out like normal.
Yeah, you guys, he
What
be
do you
posting
think the
like
record
at
for Coach
12, so I
Prime
make
next
sure
year
I
is
do
gonna
it the
be,
next
and
day.
why? Tell me why you think he's gonna go 6-6, 4-8, or 8-4. Tell me why. I would love to hear your guys' opinions down below. I really would. I know we didn't talk about any player news or updates, but we didn't have any. Let me know your thoughts down below. But
Oh, bro, I'll see y'all in the next video. God damn.